Hello everyone, welcome to PUC Online Classroom. Today I am going to talk more about present continuous, which is in activity number 5. So yesterday I explained you a little bit about present continuous and what is present continuous. So we can say it's a tense that describes the activity that is happening now. Alright, so anything that is happening around now is present continuous. As you can see the example, are you living at home now? It's about asking you now. All right, and where are you working now? So this is about the activity that is happening around now or at that moment. Okay, so let's find out more about present continuous, how we use it. Okay, and what about the ing? So there are some rules that we need to remember, so let's get it started with that. Alright, so right here, as you can see, we have forms, positive, negative, and question. So form right here for positive, we just have subject to be and then verb ing. Alright, negative, we have not, that's it. Okay, and for yes no question, then you can move to be in the front of the subject, and if it is a wa question, then you have to add wa word, just like this example we use where. Alright, so that's it for the forms. Number 2, we use present continuous for things that are happening now. Just I explained you earlier. Where is Mike? He is sitting outside. Um, that should be one word. Sorry. What are you doing? It's like asking you now. I'm studying English in Penassus University of Cambodia. All right. So last one, what is puppy doing? Is he is lying on the bed with her knees, things like this. So we refer to the things that are happening now. It is present continuous. So let's move on to next. We use present continuous for things that are happening for a period of time around now, but not at the moment we speak. Just like Mike is building his own house. I'm reading this story on page 23. Just like we have a general activity because you're going to finish something for a certain time, but at the moment this action does not happen. All right, the way you speak. For example, right here, we can say, um, I am doing assignment, just like that. I'm doing assignment. So at that moment, I'm not doing the assignment, but I have 1 week or 1 month to finish the assignment. All right. So this is about general activity. So we have certain time for that, and we can also use present continuous to talk about general activity, but you don't need to care much about number 3 because it is not related. So only number 2 because this is only the introduction of present continuous. So you don't need to care much about the third one. Okay, what you do care is only number 2 right here, something that is happening around now. All right, let's take a look at notes right here. We do not usually use these verbs in present continuous. So just like a verb like, know, hate, love, understand, believe, mean, remember. So when you happen to see some of these verbs, please do not use them in the continuous tense, alright, because they cannot form a continuous one. The reason is we call them as the stative verbs. So stative verbs shows us about the feeling, the emotion, so that does not describe about ing, alright, a continuous tense. So do not use ing with all of these verbs. Okay, so we have some spelling rules as well when it comes to present continuous, or in other words you can say present progressive. So number 1, let's begin with number 1 here. Add ing to base form of the verb. So in order to form ing, mostly we have to add ing. Alright, sorry Joran, you have to add ing. Just like read and reading, stand, standing. Okay, mostly you just add ing. Okay, but look at number 2. If the verb endings in a silent e, drop the final e or omit e and add ing. It's like verb with e, you have to drop e and just add ing. Just an example. Leave. Okay, so we have e right here. It should be leaving. Use, we have e at the end, so just using. Take, taking, but there's no e, so you have to omit e or drop one e, okay, at the end. so you just add ing. And number 3, most verbs ending with one vowel and one consonant, we add double consonant. As you can see right here, is about vowel I and T is a consonant, or you can say CVC. When it comes to CVC, everyone, you have to double the final consonant. Okay. For example, the final consonant of the verb sit is letter T, then you have to double one. Run is letter N, running, you have to double N. Swim, swimming, double M. The reason is that we have CVC. All right, consonant C, V, vowel C, consonant. All right, when it happens, all right, CVC with this kind of rule, then you have to add the final consonant. All right, before you add ing. Number 4, verbs have 2 syllables with vowel and one consonant. Okay, so two syllables, everybody. CVC the same thing, but the stress is different. Okay, in this case, so as you can see right here, visit. So the reason is the stress is on the first. The stress is right here on the first. So sit, as you can see, as CVC, we should double, right? But it does not always happen with 2 syllable, verb. So when it comes to CVC and 2 syllable verbs, you need to find out the stress, where the stress is. So if you can happen to find the stress, then you know exactly whether you have to double the final consonant and add ing or not. All right, as you can see right here, visit. So the stress is on the first, so we don't double, as you can see, visiting right here. Open. All right, the stress is on the first O right here, then we do not double N and add ing. Listen, it's just like the stress is on the first, then we just add ing for gerund. Okay. However, stress on the second syllable, we need double consonant. So begin. So the stress right here, again. So second syllable, so that we have to double the final consonant. Regret. So the stress right here, regret. So that you have to double one. Control, controlling. So controlling, it can be different in terms of American and British accent, For American accent is the stress is on the first, so we don't add the final consonant, so we just add ing. For example, controlling with only one L. Okay. However, when it comes to British accent or British English, the stress is the second. All right. Control, just like the second one, then you have to double the final consonant. It is CVC, all right, but sometimes there is an exception, exception one, so that you have to remember that. Okay. Once again, if the stress is on the first, do not double, but if the stress is on the second, so you have to double with 2 syllable verbs that ends in CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. All right, and the last one is if a verb, which is number 5, ending in IE, you have to change the IE to Y before adding ing. As you can see, die, you cannot add ing. All right, you have to change IE to Y and add ing. Lie, the same thing, so we change IE to Y and add ing. All right, hopefully you get this. And if you have any questions about rules, spelling rules right here, so you can leave me question in our Telegram group chat, and I will answer to your questions. All right, so below are your practices, so you can just spend your time doing this exercise. Okay, and I will correct the answer later. So I will give you the answer for this one, but I want you to try first. Okay, try first, do all of this, and I will check later. Okay, and I will also give you the answers as well for these exercises. So let's go back to our lesson. So in this activity, I'm not really sure that you have done this one or not. Okay, so I'd like you to finish this, everyone. So go to the activity number 5, okay, and fill in this conversation by using present continuous. Okay, Alright, so I think that's it for today, and I'm not going to talk about number 8. So we'll focus on this activity for the next session. Alright, and if you have any question once again about present continuous, everybody, you can leave me questions in our Telegram group chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.